Most people watching this video don't actually have an English problem. And I know that sounds shocking. Because you have been blaming your vocabulary, your grammar, your background, maybe even your school. But let me tell you something uncomfortable. The real reason you don't speak confidently has nothing to do with English. It has everything to do with fear. And today, I am going to prove that to you. Welcome back, dear friends. If you are someone who understands English, who can read English, who can even write English, but when it comes to speaking in front of people your mind suddenly becomes blank, then this video is especially for you. This is not going to be another video where I teach you 5 new words or 3 grammar rules. Today we are going deeper. Because until you fix what is happening inside your mind, no amount of vocabulary will save you. If you truly want confidence, you must understand the psychology behind your silence. It is not English. It is the fear of being judged. Let me tell you about something that happens to almost everyone, and I want you to see yourself in this clearly. You are alone in your room, maybe standing in front of a mirror or walking slowly while practicing. You speak English and it sounds decent. Your sentences are flowing. You are able to express your thoughts. You even feel confident and think, I can actually do this. In that private space, there is no pressure and no audience. Your brain feels safe. But the moment you step into a classroom, an office meeting, or even a simple group conversation, something shifts. Your heartbeat becomes louder. Your mouth feels dry. The same words that were easy a few minutes ago now feel far away. You begin thinking about how you sound instead of what you want to say. And slowly, your confidence starts collapsing. Now ask yourself something honestly. Did your English knowledge suddenly disappear? Of course not. The vocabulary is still there. The grammar is still there. What changed was your emotional state. The moment people became involved, your brain moved from communication mode to protection mode. Human beings are socially wired. Long ago, being rejected from the group meant danger. So even today, your brain treats social embarrassment like a threat. When you fear that someone might judge you, laugh at you, or think you are less intelligent, your nervous system reacts instantly. Your body tightens. Your thoughts freeze. That blank feeling you experience is not a lack of ability. It is a stress response designed to protect you. And here is the painful truth most people avoid. You are not afraid of speaking wrong English. You are afraid of what wrong English might mean about you. You are afraid of being labeled. You are afraid of being compared. You are afraid that one mistake will define your identity. So, your brain chooses silence because silence feels safer than risk. But every time you choose silence, you slowly convince yourself that you cannot speak. The real problem is not English. The real problem is your fear of being judged. And until you see that clearly, you will keep trying to fix the wrong thing. Your brain is protecting you, not betraying you. Now that you understand that the problem is not English but fear, let us go one level deeper. When you stand in front of people and try to speak, your brain is not trying to embarrass you. It is trying to protect you. The human brain has one primary job, and that is survival. It does not care about your fluency. It does not care about your presentation. It cares about keeping you safe from anything that feels threatening. And social judgment feels like a threat. The moment you think, what if I say something wrong? Your brain interprets that as danger. It activates your stress system. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes shallow. Blood flow shifts away from the creative thinking part of your brain and toward your survival systems. That is why your mind feels blank. It is not empty. It is overloaded. Under stress, your brain becomes simple. It stops focusing on expression and starts focusing on escape. That is why you suddenly forget simple words. That is why your sentences break in the middle. That is why you overthink small mistakes. Your brain believes silence is safer than risk. So, it gently pushes you toward quietness. And the more you avoid speaking, the more your brain learns that speaking equals danger. Over time, this creates a pattern. You begin to associate English with anxiety instead of growth. Even before you open your mouth, your body prepares for stress. This is not weakness. This is conditioning. But here is the powerful shift. If fear can be conditioned, confidence can also be conditioned. Just like your brain learned to panic in social situations, it can learn to stay calm. The key is repetition with safety. Every time you speak and nothing terrible happens, your brain updates its belief. Every time you survive a small mistake and realize that the word did not end, your nervous system relaxes a little more. Confidence is not built by thinking positive thoughts. It is built by proving to your brain that you are safe while speaking. And once your brain feels safe, fluency naturally follows. Stop trying to sound perfect. Start training your identity. Now here is where everything changes. Most people try to build confidence by improving performance. They focus on pronunciation, vocabulary, accent, and grammar. They believe that once they sound perfect, they will feel confident. But the truth works in reverse. Confidence does not come from sounding perfect. Confidence comes from acting despite imperfection. The moment you wait to feel ready, you delay growth. Because perfection is a moving target. There will always be a better word, a better sentence, a better way to say something. If you chase perfect English, you will always feel behind. So instead of asking, "How can I speak without mistakes?" start asking, "How can I finish my sentence even with mistakes?" This small shift is powerful. When you train yourself to complete your thought no matter what, you are teaching your brain that speaking is safe. You are breaking the silence pattern. Every completed sentence becomes evidence. Evidence that you can survive judgment. Evidence that mistakes do not destroy you. And slowly, your identity begins to change. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is bad at English. You start seeing yourself as someone who speaks anyway. This is identity training. The goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is to become the type of person who expresses ideas boldly. Bold people are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear decide their actions. And the more you act boldly, the more your brain updates its self-image. One day you will look back and realize something powerful. The fear that once controlled you now feels small. Not because English became easy overnight, but because you became stronger. From fearful speaker to fearless identity. At this point, you need to understand something very clearly. Your future confidence is not waiting for better grammar. It is waiting for a decision. A decision that you will no longer allow fear to define you. Because every time you stay silent, you are not protecting yourself. You are shrinking yourself. And the more you shrink, the more your brain believes that you are someone who cannot speak. But the opposite is also true. Every time you speak despite fear, even if your voice shakes, Even if your sentence is imperfect, you expand your identity. You send a powerful message to your brain that says, I am safe. I am capable. I can handle this. Think about this. Nobody remembers small grammar mistakes the way you think they do. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves. The judgment you fear is often exaggerated inside your own mind. And even if someone notices a mistake, so what? Does that erase your intelligence? Does that erase your potential? Of course not. Growth always looks awkward in the beginning. A child falls before walking confidently. A beginner sounds unsure before becoming fluent. Why should your English journey be any different? So, from today, stop saying, I am bad at English. Start saying, I am learning to speak boldly. That one sentence can shift your entire mindset. You are not behind. You are in progress. And progress requires exposure, not perfection. The moment you accept that mistakes are part of expansion, fear loses its control. Your voice becomes stronger. Your thoughts become clearer. And the identity you build through small acts of courage will stay with you for life. If this video made you uncomfortable, that means it was necessary. Because growth does not happen when we learn new words. Growth happens when we face hidden fears. Today you did not just learn about English. You learned about yourself. And that is more powerful than any grammar rule. Remember this. Fluency is not a language skill. It is a confidence skill. The day you stop trying to protect your ego and start training your courage, your voice will naturally rise. And when your voice rises, your life changes. You are not here to stay silent. You are here to express. If you are choosing confidence over fear from today, comment, I will speak. If this shifted your mindset even a little, press like so this message reaches someone who needs it. Share this video with a friend who understands English but is afraid to speak it. Subscribe for deeper psychological breakthroughs on confidence and communication. Turn on the bell icon because the next video in this rotation will change the way you practice forever. This is not just English training. This is identity training. And we are just getting started. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.